can't have a pen on the table, Tyler, because I will play with it. So wong it. Welcome, everybody, to the Positivity Report here on a Thursday. Tyler Boone is back.
What up?
He's back. The legendary Americana rock star. One of the more fun live music events that I've ever been to was that night at Jam in the Van. Just a blast, man.
That was
just
a lot of fun.
Tons of fun.
You guys still got to have your show there.
Yeah, because we've been busy, so busy promoting Futility, the actual game of living.
It looks awesome.
Thanks, man. So the I've said this before, but the second box will be half this size. It won't be as thick. But there is with the expansion packs, I was talking about it yesterday. With the expansion packs that we've already greenlit and hopefully get 2 more, you will never play the same game of Futility twice.
Oh.
If you play, you could play it 50 times and you'll never play the same game twice.
That's awesome.
So that was the goal for Futility, so that people are like, I've already played Futility. No, you haven't. You haven't seen all the jokes. Have you seen all the jokes?
Oh, that's cool.
So
can you collect the other ones if you want?
Oh yeah, of course. You can bind, collect, and keep adding expansion packs, and then eventually, hopefully this blows up and I can make a second board or some kind of themed board, and you're like, because people love, the board game space is a lot of collecting as well as it is actual
for sure.
playing of it. Mm-hmm. So you guys can hit the Kickstarter. It's in the link in the description. I should also post it here in the chat, which I should have done before the show. And this is how this show runs, Tyler, when it's just me and the sweet, sweet Hawaiian hunk on the 1s and 2s, who is so excited about Halloween. What's your blog called, Ikaika? Scary Man 420?
Wilhelm Screeners.
Wilhelm
Ooh.
Screeners.
Like Wilhelm Scream.
Yep, I get it.
That's cool.
And Ikaika loves Halloween. He went to the Oogie Boogie Bash, which does not star Hoogie on the road, which is a real unfortunate circumstance.
I talked to him yesterday.
Did you? He's a legend.
He's sending me some really cool music gear.
Nice.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
He's just the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, he's the best.
How you doing, eh?
I've never met him in person, only talked to him on the phone.
He's the coolest guy in the world.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
Him and Eric Rickert, we've talked about him.
Okay, yeah.
They both work at the studio when Bass is doing his magic.
Yeah.
Coolest guy in the world. We used to go to Hall's Chop House a lot in Charleston.
Never
you know what I'm
been,
talking about?
but I've heard.
Awesome,
I know. Yeah.
awesome. And it was pretty funny because it was when they were making attention.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, Tyler, just come with us. And it was just, you would hope Brent was going to show up because, he was probably going to put down the credit card. but I'm just making a joke. But me and Hugh and Rickert would go all just in rock and roll T-shirts.
Yeah.
And everyone else is in a suit.
I know.
And then people are like, you walk in. But then the owner would walk out and go, Mr. Hoogie and Rickert, because they went there all the time.
Yeah.
And he's table upstairs. And people were just like, what?
Nothing quite like being a regular at a chop house, bar, restaurant, wherever the case may be.
Oh, yeah.
It's,
Anyway, Hoogie's awesome.
Hoogie's the best. But yeah, so support the Kickstarter. We basically have a week left. I mean, we have 8 days, but then it's going to turn to 7 around 10. So we have a week left. We're at 34,520. Okay. That first expansion goal is at 35,000 and the next one's at 40K. We are going to do a huge stream of Palooza next Wednesday. It'll be the final day of the Kickstarter to try and get us to that next stretch goal wherever we may be. The fun, we have stalled a little bit, and that happens. We hit our goal, people see you hit your goal, they're like, all right, we're getting the game. Mm-hmm. If you want more backers, you want to order games for people for Christmas to pre-order, you can do that. If you want the $20 pledge, you can what I just blanked. You can submit cards, and we'll make sure that you get your credit on the card forever going forward. Also, the $500 pledge, we still have a few of those left. You're going to get your face drawn on the back of the box forever.
Ooh.
For the first editions and probably the second and third edition, so we don't have to redo the artwork.
You got to support the people that support you first.
Exactly. And you're going to get your face drawn on the back. Again, I tweeted it and I Instagrammed it yesterday, but if you have done the $500 backing level, you have to email me your likeness at futilitythegame@gmail.com. If you don't email it to me, you will not get on the box. And we want to get all of these done ASAP because we got a lot of artwork to go and I got a lot of writing the cards to go. And I really want everybody who obviously has donated the $500 and become a backer at that level to get their face on the back. Zach Myers, Barry Kirch, Eric Bass, all $500 backers, obviously going to have their face on the back.
Oh, that's cool.
Of the board.
That's dope.
Yeah, so we got a ton of good people that have gone to the $500 level to make this game happen. And the game is happening. We just want to hit some of those stretch goals. That's all. I'm not
really
trying to
cool.
be greedy. I'm trying to make your experience of futility, the actual game of living, a little more fun.
That's really cool, man.
Thanks, man.
That's awesome.
We did it, you know. Much to I think my wife was like rooting against it. She's like, I don't want you to just be working like writing stupid comedy cards for a board game. I'm like, it's gonna be really funny. I promise you.
You're like, babe.
Babe.
Dude, well, and that's Kickstarter.
That's
I'm
Kickstarter.
gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we've got a lot of really cool people that have backed it. A lot of family, a lot of friends, like a lot of friends of the show, obviously. Like tons of international too. So
Cool.
you know, a lot of domestic, but a ton of international as well. So this game will make its way. And then once we get, I think, you know, once it gets out to the people, then the word of mouth will kind of take off.
Yeah,
That's,
man.
You know, like it always does.
It's just really cool. I had no idea you guys were working on that.
Yeah.
So when you guys announced it, that was cool.
Well, you came for a Stream of Palooza the one time, right? Like we were here just playing games, playing
Is
Boondoggle.
that kind of part of that?
Yes.
Oh.
So how it started was we were doing the first ever one when
That
we
day
launched the
ended early.
channel. It did end early. I got home. Amanda was like, "What do you want for dinner?" I was like, "First, I need a nap." She's like, "It's 6:30." I was like, "It's just."
That was fun though.
Yeah, it's good.
was
Well, we
fun.
had all those Long Island iced teas and cans and all that Boone's bourbon. I mean,
yeah.
my God.
I was sweating.
Yeah.
That was
Sweating it out.
They got him single.
Tell everybody about what's going on at the Hotel Cafe, November 13th.
Yeah.
You got a show coming up. Tyler's going to be here leading up to the show. And we want you all guys to get tickets. Link is in the description of this video. You're going to be back next Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah.
And which is the last day of the Kickstarter. Makes sense.
Nice.
Maybe we do just bring a couple of little Boone's nippers and we can do a couple of little like shots to.
I will have them because the day before I'll be with my reps, so
Yeah.
I'll have tons of access to some.
love
Which is
it.
funny. Everyone always thinks I have them on me. I never have any ever. My buddy texted me last week. Can you send me a bottle? I was like, for last time, you know.
I'm not asking for the Boones. I'm saying let's enjoy it together.
No.
'Cause-
But I'm just saying I'll have a whole bunch on me.
Yeah.
I'll be with my rep. We'll be all over Orange County. It'd be cool.
Nice.
But yeah, man, Hotel Cafe. Have you ever?
I've been to the
there?
Hotel Cafe.
It's
Yes.
cool. The
It's
main
an
room,
awesome venue.
the side room's dope too, but
Yeah.
the main room's beautiful.
It's a legendary venue in Hollywood. Anybody who's ever been anything in LA coming up in the music scene has played Hotel Cafe.
Yeah, and then they'll have like a pop up show. Like
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle pops in,
Totally.
or John Mayer or something.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's actually my first time on the main stage.
Okay.
The reason they asked was because they saw the sold out show at Jam the Van. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, come, because I always used to play the side room, which my last gig before COVID was like the week before COVID.
Oh,
Was the main room. We sold it out.
nice.
But they're gonna bring in the Boones. We got my buddy Baywood, who was at Jam the Van opening up. Yeah, it's gonna be cool,
I
man.
love it. Yeah, Baywood's good.
He made people cry.
Yeah.
You should have him on the show.
Fuck.
He's
bring him
great.
on.
He
Yeah.
lives. I think he lives like in Culver City.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, man. Yeah, Hotel Cafe. Baywood's playing. Boone's
Okay.
Bourbon. It's still gonna be a band thing, but it's gonna be more songwritery because it's the Hotel Cafe.
Okay.
But it'll be cool.
I love it.
I've been playing there since I was 21. I'm 31 now.
Holy cow.
I used to take the Amtrak from San Diego because my family's from San Diego.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
fly in. $40, you know,
Yeah.
start drinking, Wi-Fi, and then go play Hotel Cafe. First time I took an Uber, was going there.
Nice.
And I tipped the guy cash. Guy's like, why are you doing? I had no idea because it wasn't on the East Coast yet. I was like, it's for you. He goes, okay, idiot.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
take your
I'll
cash.
take your cash. Yeah.
You dumb kid.
So wait, so starting out playing the Hotel Cafe, so was this like your first live venue in LA?
When I was 21, no, first one was Genghis Cohen. Remember that spot
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
on Fairfox?
Fairfox, baby.
Yeah. No, so what? Did you used to go to Genghis Cohen a lot?
Yeah, well, they used to have stand-up shows there.
Oh,
Used to do
that's
stand-up show.
cool.
Like I think it was Tuesday nights was Genghis Cohen. It was like an open mic that people actually showed up to because it was a good restaurant, right?
No, totally. The food's good.
Yeah, and I think it's closed now. I think it's gone. Is it still there?
It's still there.
Okay.
It's still there, but it's not like a hot spot anymore
No.
for like music or comedy. I guess
Right.
anymore, huh?
I don't know.
Music, it wasn't either. I remember when I first played there, I just got broken up with. I was always a little sad.
Yeah, hit it.
And the sound guy's like, "You're cool, man." And I was like, "Yeah." And he thought I was moving here. He goes, "I'll give you a job." He offered me a job at the Hard Rock Cafe as a sound guy, and he brought me down. I thought he was going to give me a tour, and I was still like all sad, like I was like 21, 22 or something. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you a job." I was like, "I'm not moving here." He's like, "Oh, then get out." I was like, "I never once said I was moving here, man." But yeah, Genghis Cohen. That was my first.
Genghis
spot,
Cohen.
dude.
Yeah, I did. I mean, like there were some awesome open mics there, and there were some awesome like drop-ins of people that knew like things were happening. You know what I mean? Because there was like a few bar shows in LA comedy wise that people would always show up to, like big names because they knew it was going.
They just knew it was cool if they popped in.
Correct.
That's
Genghis
cool.
Khan was one of them. Bar Lubitsch on Sunday nights was one of
I've
them.
heard of that spot.
Yeah. Bar Lubitsch, I hosted a show there for like almost 2 months, like two times a month on Wednesday nights. It was super fun because the room only fits maybe 40 people.
Oh,
And it's loud.
really?
And there's a bar back there. So they don't have to walk out and whatever.
But it's got to be a lot of fun.
Tons of fun.
Because if only like 20 people show up, it's like a slam night.
Awesome. And we had one night where we took out all the tables and we called it standing room only comedy, right? And I ended, and then I did a stage dive into the people, and it was like a dream come true. Because as you know, comedians want to be rock stars, and rock stars want to be comedians.
Totally, dude.
Yeah.
I was watching. Thank you for bringing that up. I got to finish. I got like 30 minutes left.
Yeah.
I love Jeff Ross. I met him a whole bunch of jams.
Yeah.
He was actually like,
He's a really good dude.
he was like, "Hey, Mr. Boone, how are you?" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
Because always at the Boones. Whatever.
Yeah.
But he did one with John Mayer, I guess, like a year or two ago or something.
It's on
And-
Netflix, right?
No, this is just like Jeff Ross's podcast.
Oh, podcast. Okay,
And
got it.
and all I'm trying to get at is they talk about that.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel that too. Like you met my buddy Rafa in San Diego.
Yeah.
I went and saw his first. He did like the first 5 minutes of Jam in the Van. He had his first headlining gig at. My dad used to be the door guy there. It's in La Jolla, the Comedy Store.
Yeah, Comedy Store in La Jolla.
And it just was so cool. I drove down to watch him play or to do his thing, and I was just like, "I'm so proud of you." And he's like, "I'm so proud of you." I'm like, "It's cool." Comedians and
Dude,
musicians
it's
are totally into it. I wish I could do it, but I would freaking bomb. You know what I mean?
It is, and vice versa.
Yeah. I guess you know.
I took 10 years of piano lessons, dude. And I
Yeah?
sit and I look at the keys and I'm just like, I lost it. I can still play the beginning part of Journey faithfully.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Dun,
Yeah, yeah. And the beginning part of Piano Man.
Oh, cool. I love that song.
And that's that's it.
You
My
do
parents.
Jingle bells. Jingle
yeah, I
bells.
can do that.
It's one note.
I mean, I can play the chords. I had like Joy to the World is just dun, 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 dun. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
straight
yeah.
down the scale. My mom was like, you should get a keyboard and just like pick up the piano again. I was like, do you think I
have time?
I have time for that?
I have a child.
You think I'm just like sit because I want Rosie to take some sort of music. I don't care what it is.
Yeah. For
Guitar,
sure.
piano, violin, whatever she wants to do. I just want her to play music
For sure.
because I think it's really important. And my
is.
wife was a dancer, right? We love music. We dance
It's
in the
good
house
to
all
have
the
some
time.
kind of arts, whether or not they stick with it.
I don't.
Right?
Yeah, and I don't want because I think when I took piano lessons, which is a real shame, is that and I loved my piano teacher. She was an absolute sweetheart, and I had the biggest crush on her daughter. Like I was 11, I think her daughter was 25, and I walked in the house the first time. I was like, "Is that a person?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Is that just an idea of
I'm
a
a-
human?" Like, I don't know where Gail Mertz is to this day, but thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, little like chubby little Josh Macuga in his husky jeans playing, like as.
It's just losing your mind.
I mean, she walked out. She's like, "Mom," and I was like, "What?" Oh my word!
Is this life?
And every time, because the Mertz family, that the mom who taught me piano lessons, they still live by my parents in Pittsburgh. Every time I drive by, I'm hoping that I see one of them so I can say hi, whatever. But I'm really hoping that like
You
my
might
daughter just walks out. I
catch a
don't care.
glimpse.
She's got to be at least I don't know what some. I mean, she's like 55. She's got to still look smoking. I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't go away. And so, but I wish that my parents would have taken me to a piano teacher, or I would have told my piano teacher or my parents like, "Hey, I want to play pop music. I don't want to
not
play
classical.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want you to teach me how to play pop music, and I want to learn. I want to learn how, like, basically every song is pretty much 4 chords, at least on the piano,
Totally.
right?
Yep.
I would love to
Pop
have
song.
pop songs,
Yep.
right? Is learning like those 4 chords and how to go between all of those. You know what I mean?
It's you would have to you'd have to like legit go to like a songwriting class.
Yes.
Totally different thing.
Totally.
Where those can kind of be dumb in my opinion. Like
Okay.
you have to go to a class to learn songwriting.
Yeah.
But that is a thing. It is a talent to know like, all right, cool. If I'm in the key of G, I know E minor is gonna work out when I hit like the bridge.
Yeah.
It like the tension and stuff. But if
Right.
you're taking classical, which I went to school for jazz guitar.
Wow.
And that was like my goal, but I was like, I don't want to be a teacher, so I
Right.
stopped.
That's tough. Teaching is real tough.
And then I started drinking. I was like, I think I'm gonna be a communication major. And I changed my major. I was Van Wilder. It was the whole thing.
Yeah,
But what I'm saying
That's
is,
a dream.
you had to take classical guitar, and I hated it. I loved it because I learned every note on. Because you always want to be the best guitar player.
Sure.
But it's like you have to play it note by note on the time signature, and my teacher would just start screaming at me because I would just start jamming.
That's
out.
not fun.
Yeah, it wasn't my thing.
It's like Shakespeare. Right?
Yeah, totally.
Like you can't go on stage and just like free form Shakespeare.
No, and I had to take piano too because when you're a music major, they make you take it. And I remember I blacked out. I studied for 9 hours a day. I was like, dude, I'm gonna crush this thing. And I walked in, and I legit was like, I don't know. And I got a D. I had an A all semester. My parents were so upset. I was like, well, don't worry about it. I'm changing my major.
Yeah, it's fine. I took an opera class when I was doing my study abroad in Rome. And I walked in the first day. I was like, I'm like looking at what to sign up for class, and there's opera, and I'm like,
Did you sing?
I'm in Rome. I mean, I was in chorus in high school, but no, like it wasn't a singing class. It was like learning about the opera,
Like the history.
the history of opera and everything like that. And I'm like, I'm in Italy, and
Yeah,
in the
that's kinda
class,
cool if you're in Italy.
it said you get to go to 3 operas, and I'm like, well, and one of them they took us up to Milan for,
Did you get smashed at the opera?
yeah, it's awesome. I brought like flask and minis everywhere. I mean, come on, it's fantastic. And so the first day I walk into the opera class, I was like asking my buddies, I'm like, you guys taking opera? They're like, no, we're not taking opera. I was like, is this stupid? So I walked
All
in.
girls?
It was me and all women.
Yeah.
And I walked in, and it was like pin drop, right? And I was like, hello? And the teacher walks in, and it was a man. And
Are you the only American?
no.
Okay.
It was called the American University of Rome. So a lot of kids just on study abroad. There were a lot of Italians and European kids, but everything was taught in English.
Word. Okay.
So first day of class, like I'm walking out, and this girl comes up to me, and she's like, because it was obviously the first week of a new college, I'm meeting everybody.
Yep.
And she's like, did you just like take this class to meet girls? And I was like, legitimately, no. But now, hello, my name is Josh. Like I didn't know. I'm going to these operas and everywhere, like all these. I'm like hanging in boxes with all these girls, and then I got
They
like,
probably loved you by the end of the semester.
dude, I was like learning opera, and I was like picking up in opera when you part of your exams are a listening part where you're like, what opera is this from? And I'm like, that's tough. So I like actually studied and learned it, and I was like holding up my test, and girls were like thank you, so because I had like an ear for music, so I could hear it, and I actually really became an opera fan.
And they loved you because you're like, yeah, you can cheat.
Yeah,
You know? Hey, babe.
go ahead.
Hey, babe.
Yeah, it was all pass fail, but get an A. Here you go, no problem. And then the last test, and the funny part was the teacher, he was like a famous opera singer in Italy, but he was from York, Pennsylvania.
Oh, so you guys
I
connected.
was like connected. He was awesome dude, but the funniest was he had been living in Italy for like 25 years, 30 years, and he's like, and he had an Italian accent, and I was like, what are you doing here?
put
Like,
this
are
on?
you Lindsay Lohaning this situation?
you putting this on?
Yeah.
Dude?
So one point he was like, Alora, what is the word in English? And I was like, you're from York!
Don't you dare.
Don't you start this.
I see what you're doing.
Come on.
I know your game.
It's a thing, okay?
These women are way too young for you.
Come on. All right. But the final test was 20 15-second clips from operas.
Wow.
Right? And we had gone from like the beginning with like Verdi and everything all the way up until like modern style operas to like American operas. And I don't know if you know this about opera, and people are like, why is it done? In order to sing opera professionally, you have to be fluent in at least 3 languages: French, Italian, and whatever other language you want. But most operas are written in French and Italian.
So what would be a third, though?
Like English, whatever. So like if you're Italian, but you have to, because there are some great operas, and there's some great operas sung in German.
Yeah.
Like Faust and all those kind of things. So you have to be fluent in those languages. And I'm not just saying fluent in the opera language. I'm saying fluent in the language.
For sure.
Because you need the intonation, you need all of that kind of stuff.
yeah.
And the people that go to operas are very particular. I went to an
Ooh.
opera where they booed a woman, and I was like,
Dang.
you know how hard this
This
is?
is.
That is really tough.
Got booed.
And you got
She
booed.
probably cried her eyes out.
I know.
And you're like, babe.
Babe, come on. But
taking
I
class.
became like an opera kind of nut. I had, Maria Callas, all kinds of. I went to a store in Rome, and I became this like, I really enjoyed immersing myself in the opera. And every now and then I'll play like the opera channel, and Amanda's like, I don't think I like this. And I'm like, all right.
I
get it.
My dad does that.
Does he?
Yeah, he'll like, but it's kind of funny because you'll get in the
Mick
car.
Boone?
Mick Boone, the legend. He was just here the other day.
Was he?
Now he's in San Diego. He just did a cross country trip, visiting all our distributors just because he
Nice.
wanted to.
I love this guy.
Oh yeah,
He's a legend.
I took him to Laurel Tavern.
Yeah. It's a great bar.
Oh, we were like, oh, like kind of drunk.
Yeah.
When we left.
Do they serve boons at Laurel?
No,
Okay.
we're not super big on premise yet, which
Okay.
means you drink at a bar.
Yeah.
But we will be. But yeah, no, it's just funny because you know when you listen to something
Yeah.
and you unplug it and get back in your car and like the volume's jacked up. So like I'll get in the car and be like, you know, like he's actually like a baritone singer.
Is he
Yeah,
really?
he used to get flown for like the congressmen, for the Democrats and the Republicans, have like a baseball game in D.C. My dad was like chief of ICE when ICE came a thing.
Oh,
he was
wow.
big government,
Whoa.
and then he had to retire early, and that's when I got him. Hey man, do this thing with me.
Yeah.
But he used to fly him up, and he'd be like, you know, the Pledge of Allegiance.
No way.
Oh yeah, he's got.
I mean the national anthem, Pledge of
Yeah, yeah,
Allegiance.
yeah.
You don't sing. You talk that one.
you know what I'm talking about. I'm an American citizen. Hey, you mean the
I pledge allegiance.
The Bill of Rights.
the Bill of Rights, dude.
Yeah, the
Bill of Rights.
Singing the Bill of Rights.
Let's
That's an
let's sing the
adventure.
Declaration of Independence. Who's the guy that tried to steal that?
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, he's
and
crazy.
while he was stealing it, he was singing it.
dude,
He was singing it.
dude. On a quick note, you got to watch it. We'll do it maybe after this. Have you ever seen Nicolas Cage losing his shit?
Yeah.
Video
Oh, it's amazing.
where they
Every time.
where they comp it up.
So good.
Oh my god, I watched it last week.
So
I was
good.
on the floor laughing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I've watched it many
Walks
times.
up, just punches
Yeah.
people in the face. Yeah. Anyway,
So good, man.
he's crazy.
So good. Yeah, I speaking of Vegas, I was flying to Vegas one time. They have that thing called Jetsuite X. You ever done that?
No.
So it's basically like you're flying commercial, but it's private. So you fly out of Burbank, and it's
Oh, yeah.
and you fly to like
It's
a
a cool
private
airport.
hangar. It's cool. It's like off the Burbank airport premises, but it still uses the same runway, and you could basically fly private. It's not that much more expensive, honestly, than commercial if you're flying last minute. Like
And
it's really,
it's kind of cool.
it's cool.
Yeah.
When I got on the plane, the woman was like, "Would you like a double or a triple?" And I was like, "I think you know the answer to that. We're going to Las Vegas, ma'am."
Please.
And so I got on that plane, and you know, there's no. I mean, you walk in, there's some security, but like you're in a private hangar and you're just kind of hanging out. They've got a bar in there and everything.
Cool.
And plane shows up. I get on. There's maybe like 3 other passengers, and then
Nicolas Cage.
the last second, Nicolas Cage walks on,
What?
and I was like,
That's awesome.
holy shit! And I didn't turn around the whole flight, but because he was right behind me, he was like catty corner.
Yeah, yeah.
But I wanted to really bad. And then he was our really good buddy, the late great John Schnepp. He was a filmmaker and he did all kinds of shows with us back in the day. He passed away very young, and he did a documentary called "The Death of Superman Lives," which was the Superman movie that Nicolas Cage was going to be Superman in. It was going to be directed by Tim Burton. They had the suit made. This was all happening, and it all fell apart.
Oh man.
So my buddy John did this documentary about it. It's on Showtime. You can get it. I think Amazon. It's an amazing documentary.
That's cool. Is
And-
it like kind of sad because it fell apart, or?
I wouldn't say it's sad that the Superman movie fell apart. I would say it's one of the more interesting tales of
Hollywood?
Yes.
Cool.
Correct.
Interesting.
And John interviewed everybody from Nicolas Cage to Tim Burton to, everybody. He got all the interviews. And
Wow.
so John had just passed away, and so Nicolas Cage is walking off the plane, and you can tell he's like hustling away because somebody wants. And I was like, "Mr. Cage, I just want to say I was a good friend of John Schnepp's," and he was like, he stopped, and he was like, "What a great dude and what a great documentary." And then he kept walking to his private car. and
That's
I
a
was like,
cool little moment.
Yeah.
You know?
Right?
Because you don't ever want to fangirl somebody.
No.
you know?
No.
And I've
No.
done it like once in my life.
Yeah.
When I was 21.
Yeah.
And I'll never do it again. You know what I mean?
Who'd you fangirl?
The guys from Workaholics.
Oh yeah.
We were down at
Adam's a good buddy.
Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Divine, right?
Yeah.
They're shooting so many stuff in Charleston.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
That's where they're shooting Righteous Gemstones.
Righteous Gemstones, and what's his name? I was Walton Goggins' stand-in.
No way.
Oh yeah,
For
there's
Justified?
for vice principals.
Oh, which is an underrated show all time. That show is so
I
good.
think they're done.
Yeah.
I think they're like,
It's done. It
yeah,
only went 2 seasons. It was
Yeah.
all it was supposed to be.
Well, it was the most fun I ever had because that's not my world. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's my twin brother's world.
Okay.
His name's Hunter, and he was the casting director, and they needed twins for the same height.
Yeah.
So I was about to move to Nashville, and he's like, "I know you need the money." He's like, "I do." And so I went down, and it was supposed to be like $100.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden they go, "Hey, like we need those 2 guys," and Hunter's like, "Well, we're here." And so they put Hunter in this Marvel. I'll show you the clip on YouTube, or you can find it. They're tripping on acid at the football game, and Walton
Oh.
Goggins turns, and I go woo like that in front of him.
Yeah.
And then I turn to a devil, and that's my brother in this like Marvel costume. They made.
No way.
It took like 9 hours.
No shit.
They're wasted too because they're pissed off. It was like 5 a.m. But the funny thing is,
Because Danny McBride and he
Dan Bry, it's like his thing.
Yeah, and he's
House Productions or something.
he's a North Carolina guy.
Yeah, he's a North Carolina guy.
Yeah,
and
but they always shoot down there.
They all live in Charleston now.
Yeah.
Well, the whole production crew, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing I learned is make sure you get the mic on you.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a line, and they
Yeah.
go, "Dude, you're in $1,000." I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, at the end, 7 a.m. when I'm like checking out, and all these kids are like, "We're so proud," because it was my first day going there.
Yeah.
He goes, "You're an actor." I'm like, "I'm not an actor," but I walked.
I said, "Woo!"
Yeah, I just said, "Woo!" And then they obviously overdubbed it.
Yeah.
It's not my voice.
To cut you out.
Because they go, were you mic'd? I was like, no. They go, oh, here's $75. I was like, no, because I was just moved to Nashville like a week.
Man.
I was like, I'm like, sir, you don't understand. If you can get me cash, that'd be great. Like,
Yeah. That'd be.
I don't understand a bank account.
Here we
That's
go.
it. Oh,
Okay.
dude.
Here we go.
This is it. That's me.
That's you.
Yeah, and this is my twin brother.
Booner.
That is so cool. But I was also a stand-in for the rest of the season.
Nice for Walton.
And then I fell asleep on set and got fired.
Oh man.
But everyone else was sleeping.
Yeah.
Everyone told me he was this Italian director. He was just trying to take it out on somebody.
Oh man.
All the writers were asleep, but
Italians.
we were like the crew because we were getting like the
Yeah.
same food as them. And I got fired. And my brother was like, "How dare you?" I was like, "You were sleeping too." You know. Anyway, that was fun. So
That's really cool. I mean, when I first moved to New York, I did a bunch of extra work, like background stuff, right? Because I was like, I'll just put myself on set, learn some things, whatever. I learned real quick that I didn't like it because it was like kind of like a human prop. If you're not like a stand-in or whatever, especially in some of the bigger, especially
here.
in New York, yeah,
it's like a ton of people.
dude, it's very frustrating when you want to be the actor and you're watching it and you're just like, and then you get a cast member's like, stand right there and don't say anything. And you're like, all right, great, awesome, thank
Then
you.
you
so
get
much.
a hot dog for lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So I was in my first extra gig. I go to this club in the Bronx, and it's a movie called We Own the Night. I didn't know who was in it or anything like that. But you get paid money, and I was broke living in New York.
Yeah.
And so I get there, and they told us to bring '80s clothes, and it's like frat guy, I still got a ton of '80s clothes for like the '80s parties, right?
Yeah.
So I show up in members only jacket, and we're in the set,
Heck
and the
yeah.
director walks in, and he's like, "That guy and that guy, members only. I want him."
To you.
To me.
Nice.
So I'm on set, and you can see I'm at the beginning of We Own the Night in like a very prominent 2 seconds. Okay?
Yeah, I was gonna pull it up and then I just saw boobs, so I just took it off.
Yeah. Can you pull? I've never found that YouTube clip of me.
It's like
It's from the beginning of the movie, like the first 2 minutes. There's
Really?
a club scene. It's Joaquin Phoenix, Mark
Oh.
Wahlberg, but Joaquin Phoenix was in the scene, right? And so they comes down and they're trying to break up a fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I walk in, and I'm like right at the front part of the fight, and all of a sudden, like they hadn't started rolling cameras yet. Like, all right, bring in the ladies, and they bring in these 2 women, and they're just topless on top of this bar, and I was like,
trying
"Is
to
every
trying to be cool.
Is this every?" I was just trying to. Oh, yeah. Okay, there I am.
I'll
That's
play it for like 2
No
seconds.
way!
yeah, because you see boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's me right there. Look,
That's you.
that's me, young Josh
What?
Macuga in the members only.
Oh my God.
Right, I had that as my profile picture for a while on MySpace back in the day.
Oh,
because this
look
was
at
in like
that.
2005.
What a handsome young looking
Yeah,
dude.
look at that guy.
You look kind of like startled right there.
Oh, yeah, well, so there's a fight going on,
Oh, okay.
and I say like, "Whoa!" And the director is like, "Cut." He's like, "What did you just say?" And I said, "Whoa." He's like, "All right, mic him." I like
Dude,
that.
you got to be getting all.
I'm psyched.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
a SAG, my first extra gig. I got like a SAG
Your
waiver
first day on set.
ever. They put me for the next like 6 days because they had to keep reshooting this club scene.
So you
Right?
had to get a better pay, right? 'Cause-
I mean, I'm doing like, I'm like, dude, I'm an actor.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. I did like 10 more extra jobs. I was a human prop. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I got told by somebody at CSI New York or something. There was like a military episode. They had these actual Marines on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I was supposed to play a Marine. And this Marine comes and was like, not him. Look at his stupid hair. And he kept, and I was like, as I had hair. And they were like, are you willing to buzz your head? And I was like, no. And now I don't have any hair. So it's world comes back around, baby.
Should have been a Marine.
Come on. I would not have done well in the Marines. I don't. There's no way.
All my buddies did, and I thought I was going to.
Yeah.
And then the recruiter, this is kind of funny. The recruiter used to always call me because I was in ROTC.
Yeah.
In high school, and I have a twin brother.
Yeah.
And so he
Was your twin brother in the Marines?
No,
Was your dad in the Marines?
absolutely. No, my dad. No, he was Border Patrol and then other government stuff.
Gotcha.
But no, I'm saying my brother, absolutely not my brother. If you see, he's like total hipster Brooklyn kid. But this is what he did. We look exactly the same.
Yeah.
And so he would see Hunter all the time and go, Tyler, and I was like, super nerdy. I was like a senior ROTC kid. And Hunter, he's like, Tyler, you didn't put your phone number down for the recruitment thing. Put it down on the card. Hunter wrote down Papa John's. And so the guy kept calling, hey, it's Papa John's. And then all of a sudden he saw me screaming at me, you mother, I was like, I have a twin brother, dude. It was probably Hunter. He's like, it's like, fuck, But I saw my brother. I was like, dude, that was pretty sick.
Yeah,
like,
it's a solid move.
That was cool, bro.
I used to sign up for credit cards in college for like spring break and then put my buddy's number down.
That's a joke?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because the phone number was optional. Right?
Oh, yeah,
but they had to fine. I mean, whatever.
They would just call you.
I paid for Cancun on my buddy's phone number, and then I paid him. It's college. What are you going to do?
You know what we would do when I lived in Nashville, broke as hell.
Yeah.
Venmo just came out. My buddy Ryan Sanchez, awesome guy. He's got a cool studio now. We'd be at Red Door. It's 3 a.m. in Nashville too.
Oh, that's nice.
And he's like, dude, I think I have an idea. If we just start requesting like $1 or $2 from people, because it's late, they'll probably think they owe us $1. And so we would Venmo request people like $5, and all of a sudden some people just be like, "Ching," just send it. And he's like, "Dude, we can buy some shots." I'm like, "Let's go!"
It's pretty genius.
It worked. It worked for like a half a year.
I mean, they people now take their QR code from Venmo, put it on a sign at college game day, and people just like, here's some beer money.
How funny is that?
Yeah.
People put their people like chicks and dudes, they'll put in their link tree thing in their Instagram, all their links.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, support me.
Yeah.
I saw someone the other day have that in there. I'm like,
support you for what?
Yeah.
You don't do anything. You're just a human.
But
hey,
the Venmo's right there.
Yeah.
Or the Cash App. Anyway, that's crazy.
It's smart. Speaking of Cash App and sponsors,
ooh.
Let's get to our sponsor. That's perkclothing.com. Perkclothing.com. Use the code GPA for 20% off your order. If you want to be a sexy model like myself,
good-looking guy.
I'm telling you, Tyler, you'd love Perk. This is the Perk pocket tee. They make Henley, long sleeve, and those chinos. I'm telling you, those chinos are the best pants I've ever put on my body. I have jeans on right now because when I've been putting the chinos on, my wife just attacks me, and I don't want to have a second child just yet.
Oh.
Or ever.
It makes the curves.
Oh, does it hug your butt?
Nice.
I'm telling you. Let me ask you a question. You're a rock star. You get this. Okay. When you go on stage, pants are a little tighter for the ladies, correct?
I definitely wear my good jeans.
Mm-hmm. Wear your good jeans.
Yep.
Now, if you got a pair of Perk chinos up there, I don't want to tell you that the performance will go up tenfold, but
you know what, man? I don't own a pair of chinos, but I see a lot of people talking about them, and they look pretty nice for like a date or something.
Yeah, hit it. Telling you.
So always wearing the same jeans.
Hit them on perkclothing.com. Use the code GPA. Get 20% off. I guarantee you that first date. I mean, you could get married. I don't know if that's what you want. I'm just saying that Perk can do that. And the shirts are some of the most. It's like the most comfortable shirt I've ever put on.
I've been getting fresh tees.
Yeah.
But
go Perk. Yeah.
I might do some Perk.
Go Perk.
Yeah.
The pocket tee and the Henley, kind of a game changer.
Nice.
Yeah. They're fantastic.
You don't want to. I'm out of that age now where I don't want to rock a t-shirt till it's dead anymore.
Right.
When it starts looking like crap, I toss it. You know, like where it starts dripping right here.
Yeah.
You want a nice t-shirt.
This thing's been washed like 50 times because my wife is kind of obsessed with using our washer dryer.
What does that
every time I put something on a bed, it just throws it in and starts. I'm like, we are going broke on using all the water in our washer dryer. I just want you to know, when the washer is full, that's when we do the load.
That's when we run it.
Okay, that's just so we're aware of the situation.
That's awesome.
But this thing has been through the wash a bunch of times. It's still, dude. I'm telling you, and I was born in a t-shirt. I will die in a t-shirt. I love a good comfortable tee.
Yeah.
I am kind of on the flip side of you. When I find a nice comfortable tee, I will wear it until I'm dead.
I mean, no, I'll do that.
But if it starts,
I don't want to wear. I mean, I still do. I have tons of old raggedy clothes.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I just got asked to go happy hour with this girl.
Yeah.
Oh shit. You know what I mean? Like this. You want to look
the plain tee,
little tighter and nicer. You know.
Go the pocket tee. Go the Henley. It's they kind of have opened my eyes to as far as I don't wear as many graphic tees anymore. I feel like I'm growing a little past that. And the plain nice, this goes with everything. Throw it with a pair of chinos. You kind of look classy.
Yeah. No. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Or some of them kind of like the ankle ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are kind of cool.
Right?
I kind of dig it.
Yeah.
Golf. Perfect.
Come on.
My clubs are actually in the back of my car.
When are we going to do like a Boone's Bourbon Outing?
That'd be fun. Well,
do it in Charleston somewhere?
Oh, like a destination thing?
Well, we can do it out here. I don't care.
I mean, dude, I think playing a jam in the van thing, because we could do that. I would love I haven't been yet. I was gonna go when Roy Kent, whatever that actor is,
Perk Clothing.
he's doing Jam of the Van now.
When is he?
All the
Oh,
time.
is he a stand-up now?
I guess he's always been.
Oh.
Was what I found out.
Okay.
Then he, it's like, you know how some comedians been doing it, then they get into acting.
Yeah.
I guess that's been his thing. That's what some
Gotcha.
guy told me the other day. I was like, why is Roy Kent doing freaking comedy?
Yeah.
He's like, no, he's been comedian for years.
Okay.
UK circuit,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But what I'm getting at is, I want to go check out the new venue.
Yeah.
When you guys do it, I mean, I'm sure we could work out a deal where the Boones is there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love it.
I mean, because Jam of the Van guys are great.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
So that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But an actual outing thing, that'd be dope. Maybe
Yeah.
some golf.
Yeah, dude.
San Diego.
Little charity, something like that. There's so many courses down there.
For sure.
Get as many people involved. I mean, doing an outing with charity, promoting the bourbon and the alcohol is just a great way for like not political, like public goodwill.
Yeah, dude.
Do you know what I mean?
I saw a good article or a good like little video. I mean, one of the guys from Shark Tank. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was like Damon. Okay, whatever. You're just going through Instagram. But he had a good point. He goes, if you start doing things where like you don't have to be rich, but if you're being a little bit more successful, like, are you doing anything good for anybody?
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's true. You know what I mean? You shouldn't just always just be working.
I mean, I try.
Yeah. Yeah.
I try as best. I always say, if I don't have a lot of money, but I do have some time, I will gladly donate my time.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Benefits are awesome.
Yeah. I mean, giving back is we're kind of here, right?
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
So that'd be cool. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. And some golf.
Come on.
I suck, but my club's in the back of my car,
Yeah.
just in case.
Always.
Just in case, Mike, if I'm gonna go hit some.
ABG. Always be golfing.
Yeah, man. Yep.
And as a dad, I figured out I was like always be wiping. I'm just like always wiping a countertop, a baby, a table. Everything is just always. I have like, might as well just have wipes on me at all. Like I need like a holster with a Clorox wipe thing. Just like get it.
Has your baby gotten sick yet?
She had a little cold about like 4 months ago.
Freak you out?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep. She was like coughing. Oh man, that's terrifying.
Totally. That's what I've always heard. Like when the baby's really young and the first cough, you're like, oh.
Yeah. Anything that happens that isn't perfection, I'm just like, what are you doing?
I love you.
Cause oh man, it's like, and dude, I'm telling like the months as it goes on, she becomes more and more of a person. She hasn't crawled yet. She's up on all fours and she's like rocking back and forth. And she'll like face plant.
That's cool.
And we have her like holding herself up on things. She can't pull herself up on things yet, but like
She
I'm
can
trying to.
hang on.
Yeah,
That's
she can
cool.
hang on.
Awesome.
She's got this little like bouncer thing, and I will play. Like I'll put her in the bouncer thing, and I'll just play music, and she'll like certain songs she loves to jam to,
Oh man.
and certain songs she doesn't. Like some of them she just kind of bobs to, and then certain songs she goes nuts for.
Like what?
Well, I mean, I mostly play yacht rock. So,
Oh, killer.
Little Doobie Brothers, maybe some Christopher Cross, some Kenny Loggins.
I opened up for Christopher Cross once.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah. At Boone Hall Plantation. Everyone thought we owned it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's in Charleston, but it was fun. I got the gig.
Okay.
And I told my parents, I'm over with this guy named Christopher Cross. And they were like, what? Like,
Yeah.
we had his 8-track. And this is funny, actually. The gig was cool. He was really nice. Oh, the first time I played Hotel Cafe, his keyboard player, her name is Kiki Esben. She's great. I haven't seen her since I moved here.
Okay.
Her dad was the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz.
What?
Yeah. Her whole
That's
life is crazy.
incredible. Yeah.
But she's a songwriter, piano player.
Okay.
She was Tracy Chapman's player. I
Whoa.
think she was Eric Clapton.
Did she have a fast car?
Yeah, going on. That's a great song.
It's a
I love that song.
She won like every Grammy that year. It was amazing, and then never heard from her again.
Yeah.
Tracy Chapman.
Was
Same
it-
as Christopher Cross.
Well, there was the one.
You got a fast car. You can do it anywhere.
No, she's another song. If you're gonna down. It's like,
How's
I
that
don't know
go?
it.
How's that go again?
It's a blues song. Anyway, it doesn't
Okay.
matter. But yeah, Christopher Cross was dope. Played the gig.
Yeah.
It was a wine festival.
Whoa.
So there's a whole bunch.
I mean,
I
that's
saw.
perfect.
I saw all these teachers there that like my 5th grade English, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then
Freaking
they gave us-
Charleston wine mixer.
Oh, dude, the god! And we were in our trailer, and Kiki and the guitar player, like
Yeah.
Christopher Cross had his own trailer,
Yeah, of
and then
course.
the band had their trailer. But my parents were like covered in red, drunk,
Yeah.
and they used to do this for a long time when I would get these cool gigs in Charleston. They
Purple
would just
teeth.
go, "Let us in." I'm like, you can't do that, guys. You have to have where are your parents? And the security like, you can't come in. And so they just come in with all their friends, and they're all like, they're older, they got their bags, but they're
Yeah.
wasted.
Yeah.
There was a ton of them. And I had like 2 friends with me, and they come to our trailer. They're freaking partying.
Yeah.
And then the band comes on. They're like, you guys sound fun. And then we're partying. And then all of a sudden, the trailer is trashed.
Yeah.
There's red stains everywhere.
Uh-huh.
The guy that runs the festival knocks on the door, and it's like 5. Everyone's gone. It's like 3,000 people. They're just gone. He goes, "Get the hell out of here." And then I got a letter from him. Goes, "You're never allowed to come back here for a year." And I was like, "Mom, you got me banned from Boone Hall." She goes, "That's pretty rock and roll."
It's pretty rock and roll, dude.
Yeah.
I'll give your mom credit on
My
that.
mom
one.
wrote a
Pretty
letter
rock
back
and
to you like, "How dare you?" I
Yeah.
was like, "Mom, don't."
full
you know?
Karen on it. Yeah.
Totally.
No, Christopher Cross. I think it's only he and Adele, and maybe now Billie Eilish, but they're the only people in the same year to win Song of the Year, Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Album of the Year, Artist of the Year, and Best New Artist. So their first
in
Grammy
the same year?
in the same year. So his
Whoa.
first Grammys, Christopher Cross won all 4 of the major
Sailing?
awards. So the album, well, Ride Like the Wind.
Yeah.
But I think it's just called Christopher Cross. But it's 1980.
Dang.
So and then the next year he wins the Oscar for Arthur for If You Get
Yeah.
Caught Between.
Yeah.
And I think he has a Tony. Does not have an Emmy, or maybe he's got an Emmy and not a Tony. One of the two. But he got COVID really bad at the beginning of COVID.
Yeah,
and
I
almost
thought,
died.
I thought we were gonna lose him
Yeah.
because there was a couple. I mean, what was his name? I grew up. I didn't grow up. I went to college with his son, John Prine.
Okay.
You know, that's sad. He
Yeah,
died. So
yeah.
All these older guys when they're getting at Tom Hanks, remember that?
I know, right?
Like, oh, we're gonna lose him.
If we lose Tom Hanks, I mean, forget it. Just
I-
call it.
I think they're in Australia, but yeah,
Yeah.
Christopher Cross.
You
yeah,
got it
saw
bad. Yeah.
Well, he is kind of old.
Yeah,
so.
he's pretty old.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the most legendary video is Ikaika? I think I may have actually pulled this up before, but pull up Christopher Cross sailing. He's in an Earl Campbell jersey playing a double guitar.
Yeah, no, I've seen.
Have you
that.
seen that?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
then never mind.
No,
never
but
mind.
it's like this huge.
It's
jersey
huge.
with and he's a shredder.
Shred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he sat on a stool and just like sailing.
Yeah.
I was like, dude,
I know.
It was pretty cool.
So I went to see him at the Canyon Club here. It's like out in the Inland Empire.
Cool.
And it was always said, you know, when he comes to LA, he's going to have special guests. So just be ready.
Just be ready for someone to come on.
Right. So I was so excited to see Christopher Cross. I went by myself because nobody else would go with me.
Man,
I wasn't dating
you
anybody
are
at the time.
A fan.
I'm a fan. I love yacht rock. You
That's
understand,
cool.
right?
That's cool.
So he starts playing Ride Like the Wind, and out comes Michael McDonald to do the Ride Like the Wind. And dude,
Totally.
I went insane.
Just
And
lost it.
after the show, this like older couple were like, "How long have you been a Christopher Cross fan?" And I was like, I mean, I want to say my whole life, but I don't know. He was like introduced to me when I was pretty young by my parents, and they're like, "You came to a Christopher Cross show by yourself. How old are you?" I was like, 32, and they were like, "We're 70," and I was like, "Awesome. Do you guys want to go get drinks?"
Yeah,
and
I
they
was about to
became
say,
like best buds.
Did you go out with
Yeah,
them?
yeah,
Heck
it was
yeah.
awesome.
Dude, I'm the same way, by the way. I
Come
five
on.
on that. When I was in Vegas, I saw my friend Tiffany. I haven't seen in so long since Nashville. She had to go to work. I was like, "Well, I'll go to the casino that you work at." And I just met this dude next to me, and we started drinking, and we went out. That's when I lost my keys.
That's when you lost your keys.
Yeah. But I was like, I go, "Do you want to go get a drink somewhere?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Let's go." He was
See,
like
here's the
65.
thing. I have this idea for an app, and I'm pretty sure that eventually it would like get taken advantage of by trolls because that's how it works.
I lost the internet.
But it's called the Dude Date app, right?
Oh.
So like you move to a new city, right?
Want some buds?
Yeah. And you just like put your location like, "Hey, I'm just like hanging out if anybody," and like you get matched up like things that you like. Like I like golf, maybe it's a golfer, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm looking for somebody to play with."
It would totally work. What's that app? It's like a
Grinder?
No, it's like a Raya. You ever heard of Raya?
Yeah, Raya.
Raya. So like
Yeah.
you have to be accepted.
Totally.
So like you would have. I think there had to be a vetting process.
Agreed.
You know, like you want to make sure you're not a weirdo.
Correct.
You know.
Because when my brother moved to a city, he didn't have any friends, and we had like a mutual friend who had a friend there. But that's always the awkward thing. Like, "Hey, you and Ben should be friends," right? Or like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you and Tyler would get along. You should be friends." I'm like, "Hey, man, do you like want to meet at a
Wanna be
bar
my
we've
buddy?"
never met before?" Right? Like I when I first moved to LA, a friend of the family was like, "My nephew lives there. He's a really nice guy." We went to Barney's Beanery and blacked out and like became buddies. Like that was the thing.
Yeah.
But like that's the dude date. Go golfing, something like that, to make a new friend in a city to like, you know, maybe you're both lonely or don't have any friends. But I honestly, the vetting process is important because you kind of have to say if you're straight or gay because that's where
You could turn it into a date.
correct.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're just like, dude, I'm just looking to get some wings
I'm just like, yeah, I just want to go to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch a Steeler game.
and maybe have 6 or 7 beers.
Correct. Many beers as
And
you
then
will put in front
and
of
then
me.
switch to liquor.
Correct.
And then
And then go to Hotel Cafe and
then-
rock out. Yeah.
and
then lose your keys in Vegas. How was the poker tournament? I saw the
yeah, man.
Boone's sponsor at the Orleans, right?
The Orleans. So I'm learning. This is my only second time in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's the local side
Yeah.
of Vegas, and then there's like the Wynn and stuff. I guess the Strip.
Sure.
But it was cool. They're still doing it. Our distributor rocked it. Usually you have to pay to get in on that. We didn't.
Wow.
So we're the only bourbon. They had like these vinyl tables.
Dude.
It was really cool, and they've sold out a couple times. And so
They've sold out the Boons.
I mean, they've been doing it for 3 months.
Oh wow.
But it ends. I think Halloween weekend.
Okay.
But it was really cool, man. It was dope because.
Did you play?
No, I
Okay.
didn't play, dude. I'm exhausted. I've been gone. I leave tonight at 1 a.m. for St. Augustine. I've been gone every weekend doing stuff. So I went in. I did go out that night with that guy, which kind of screwed me up. And I was like, "You idiot!" You know what I mean? But like,
Come on, there's no story started with I stayed in and found my keys.
Totally, I know. And eventually, I was sitting there and I was like, I should not be sitting here.
Yeah.
And then I went to go see my buddy Shane, who actually was here last night. He runs Garrison Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
the weeded.
That's a Texas
bourbon.
one, right?
Texas, yeah, it's got
Yeah.
the beautiful star on it.
Mhm.
I haven't seen him since Nashville since 2019, and I was at the bar where he told me he was going to be at, and he had like an event, and I was about to leave. I was so tired. Literally, I was about to close out, and he walks up, "What's up, mother?" And I was like, "Hey,
Here we go.
And then the
So-
bartender started laughing. He goes, "You're about to close out, weren't you?" I go, "I was." Can you buy him a drink? So I'm just tired, man. Tonight I go to St. Augustine because we're sponsoring the St. Augustine Songwriters Festival. My buddy Arliss owns it. He's from Nashville.
Nice.
We founded with our buddy Luke the Charleston Songwriters Festival, which is
That's
awesome.
cool.
Where it's the same concept as the BMI Key West one in the Keys,
Mhm.
where they fly down all these top writers. Some of them are artists, but most of them are just the songwriters.
Mhm.
They get the song cut, and so people that are huge country fans freak out. Like, wait, you wrote that and that and that and that,
Right.
and you would never know that, right?
Right.
Both lots of girls, lots of guys that they're flying down. So Arliss owns the St. Augustine one. We're sponsoring. I'm actually playing it,
Nice.
and I got my buddy coming down. But
Then you're
the
going
Boone's
to a
is
Kiss
gonna be
cruise,
there.
right? And Boone's will be there.
so I'm gonna, I got a guy. I started taking. You should check them out. Little Zybiotics.
Okay.
You've seen these?
No, I feel like I've seen. Yeah.
I've been posting about it. Maybe you saw that.
Okay.
It's a pre-drinking thing.
Okay.
Game changer.
Really?
Totally.
Zybiotics. ZY.
Zbiotics. ZBIO biotics.
Okay,
I
it's
think.
just the letter Z.
Yeah. Check it out, man. I'm telling you, I ordered 2 cases, and I was like, this is crap. And I took one, went to Barney's, actually, woke up the
Best
next
place on
day,
the planet.
and I was just tired. I was like, wow. You know what I mean? Because usually you're just like, oh,
I
my
know,
God.
yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, we're doing that, and next week is the Kiss Cruise. It's gonna be
Okay.
dope.
And you guys, is Boone sponsoring the Kiss cruise?
No, my buddy Sean, who I've told you about before, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Good buddy. He used to work for Kiss, and so he's like, you want to come? I
Yeah.
was like, let's go.
You want to rock and roll all night and party every day? You get it.
Part of every day.
Yeah, just enough of the day.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, dude.
All
It's gonna
day.
be cool.
Yeah, because I've noticed as I've got, because I never used to get hangovers at all, which was the dangerous thing because it was consequence-free drinking. It was like drinking for sport.
Yep.
And then as I've had a baby and like gotten a little bit older, the hangover, especially from red wine, I don't really drink red wine anymore. I can't do it. Maybe like a glass of rosé here or there,
It's
but
like harsh.
it's real tough.
Yeah.
But like whiskey is still fine, vodka's fine, whatever. I do not drink tequila, as I like to say. I get a case of the Angers with tequila,
Oof.
so I don't touch it. And gin I can drink no problem. But a hangover started, and I realized that my baby wakes up, I got to wake up. She's not gonna be like, Dad, take a nap. It's okay. I'm 8 months.
You got to be up.
Got to be up. So maybe I'll try this Zbiotics thing because
It game changer. Little expensive, but maybe there's a cheaper one out there. But my buddy recommended it,
okay,
and I have one left, and it's coming with me tonight.
I'm taking that tonight, and I'm taking it to November the 13th at Hotel California, Hotel Cafe in Hollywood. Tyler Boone's going to be there, and if you guys have never seen Tyler Boone live and you live in the LA, San Diego, Greater Los Angeles area, he puts on an incredible show. It's so much fun. We rocked out at Jam in the Van. That was a blast.
It was fun.
Yeah. So check it out. Links in the description here on this video. Tyler's going to be back next Wednesday, and I'm hoping we have a third guest. I'm going to see, but I'm hoping we have a third guest. Just a friend. Somebody.
You know what was really cool?
What's that?
Before we go, what was her name?
Alessandra.
Dude, I didn't know she was in Workaholics.
Yeah.
I think I told you that.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And I DM'd her. I was like, dude, you were in that? I love that episode. She's
Yeah.
like, yeah, dude. I was like, what?
She's awesome. She's super talented. So
Very
maybe
cool.
maybe I'll bring her on next Wednesday.
Well, cool. I'm just saying that I had no idea.
Yeah.
And
Super talented. I mean, she's been in a ton of stuff too.
I am D beat her.
Yeah,
after
yeah,
that,
yeah.
So
She can do it.
Yeah.
Let's do some videos, make me smile, and we can go home.
cool.
I think there's only 2 Ikaika? Just 2. All right. So my baby doesn't do this. But this is hilarious. The girl just wants to ride on her stomach in the stroller. Like,
Oh man,
so she's flipped forward. That's hilarious.
she's a risk taker.
Yeah. It's like she's what's that Olympic event? The skull sled. You ever seen it? Instead
Oh,
of
yeah.
the luge on your back, you're on your front, which looks absolutely terrifying.
If you crash.
I mean, I
Skeleton?
the skeleton. Thank you. What I call it, the skull.
Skull.
Yeah.
You're in spooky.
Yeah,
mode.
yeah. Skeleton. I went in a bobsled one time, and I got out, and I was like, I'm not doing that again.
Too fast.
It was terrifying.
Yeah, totally.
Terrifying. I mean, there was no other word, and I'm scared of a lot of things, but that, and I'm not scared of like adrenaline rushes, right? Like I love jumping off stuff, whatever. There was something about flying down on that ice.
Well,
that did
maybe
not,
because you don't have you literally have no control.
no control.
Yeah.
The guy that's driving it has a little bit of control,
Kinda.
kind of. And then he was like, "Would you want to try the luge?" I was like, "Are you kidding me? No." And then he's like, "You should try the skeleton because at least you can see straight." And I was like, "With my face like on the ice? No. It's my moneymaker."
Yeah,
Okay? Yeah.
Dead.
Listen, done.
Dead.
Done. Goodbye. See ya. And I mean, to the people that do skeleton, amazing. You are world class and an insane person.
Doing God's work.
Yeah. Oh, we got one more. All right, watch this.
Oh,
You ready for
dogs.
this? Boop, 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 boop. Look at his ears flop.
Aw.
It's a little Doberman puppy. Like, hey, do my ears look weird? Bop, 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 bop. Look at the paws. That's going to be one giant dog.
That's got to be like a teenager.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
My mother-in-law has a Great Dane, and the Great Dane was like this when she was a puppy. She thought she was like the size of a toy poodle, and she was ginormous. She was like 40 pounds.
Come jump on you.
Yeah.
My buddy's got what's the drug sniffing dog?
German
Shepherd.
Shepherd.
Yeah, it's an adult, but
Yeah.
she didn't really grow up. It does the same shit. You're like, but I love dogs.
I know.
love dogs. Do you have a dog?
I don't.
Oh man.
I'm waiting until Rosie's old enough to be like, I want a dog. I'm like, all right.
All right, cool. Word. Well,
I mean-
dude, thanks for having me.
Dude, thank you for coming.
you,
Can't
sir.
wait. That was awkward, but we crushed it. Let's do it. There we go. I like doing the. There we
Oh, dude. Freaks you out. It does. You're like, what just happened?
go. What? Don't.
Oh, hey, man.
Yeah.
Don't text me. No, just kidding.
Dude, thank you. Tyler will be back next Wednesday, maybe with some morning boons. On the last day of the Kickstarter for Futility, the actual game of living. Hit that Kickstarter. It's in the link here. I'm going to be tweeting and Instagramming all week about it. We got 7 days left. Currently, $34,520. I'm telling you, with all the expansion packs and everything that is coming along with Futility, if you're a $100 backer, you won't play a new game of Futility for a long time. It's fun for the whole family, as long as your kids are over like 13. I mean, come on, it's 2021. Let's introduce them to funny stuff. As I have a daughter, yeah, whatever. She's like, I want to go on a date. I was like, not till you're 40. I'm kidding. Hit that Kickstarter. Thank you so much for your support. And go to perkclothing.com. Use the code GPA. Get you 20% off your order. The butt-hugging Cheetos, the soft Henleys pocket tees, and your classic everyday tees. It's all that cotton in one place. And let me tell you, it makes you feel like you've got abs even if you don't.
Nice.
Yeah. We're working on it. All right. Thank you all for tuning into the Positivity Report. We'll be back tomorrow. Perry Nemiroff will be here. And no afternoons today, and no Josh Brady tomorrow. We're working on some pre-tapes and everything. But regardless, tomorrow we'll be here for the Positivity Report. Tyler Boone, at Boone's Bourbon. If you're somewhere in the country that doesn't sell Boone's Bourbon, make sure you tell them.
Yeah.
When I drove across Texas, every bar we stopped at, you guys got Boone's? No, get it.
We just got Texas.
Boom.
Boom. It's happening very
I was
soon.
drinking Weller, but I would have much rather had some Boone's.
It's
even
coming,
though
dude.
Weather's
It's
good.
coming.
Thank you all for joining us. Remember, every single day you choose positivity. It's an active choice. Call somebody, text them, tell them you love them. It matters. It's way easier to love than hate. Find the good. We'll see you tomorrow.